Welcome to Studio Sessions. Presented by Arts Access Florida and Jazz at WUSF, we bring local musicians into our studio where they perform short, intimate live sets. I'm Warren Buckles, Jazz brand manager and curator. On today's episode, I feature solo pianist Dan Bremer. He performs 3 songs: Quiet Now by Danny Zetlin, Spring Can Really Hang You Up the Most by Fran Landsman and Tom Wolfe, The Nearness of You by Ned Washington and Hoagie Carmichael. I hope you enjoy Dan Bremer.
Hello, my name is Dan Bremer, and I live here in Clearwater, Florida, originally from New York City. Actually, originally from Buffalo, New York, but I moved to New York in the late 60s and started my journey as a musician, as a New York musician. I've played the piano since I was a kid, and I had other instruments. Actually, bassoon was my major instrument for many years. And the work started getting less and less for bassoon, harder to find work, so I switched over to the piano and concentrated on that. And there was plenty of work for that. So I learned to play jazz from a saxophone player and a guitar player, and I kind of learned it on the bandstand, as they say. I went out on gigs when I wasn't even ready to go on them, but the other musicians were kind and helped me along the way and gave me tips and on-the-job training, they used to call it. And so I've been pursuing this ever since like the 70s, late 70s. And it's probably the center of my life, the piano.
What messages would you like people to take away from your music?
I'm not sure I have an idea of what I want them to take away, but while they're there, I would like them to forget about everything else in their life. Let everything go. Stop the mind from chattering. Stop thinking and just listen and come to this magical place where music is performed. If there's any real magic in the world, it comes from music. And what I hope to give the audience, my listeners, is a timeout in their life and a time to transcend the regular day-to-day life and enter this new place of wonder and awe and creativity and imagination, and be there for a while and enjoy it. It's the artistic experience I'm trying to share with the audience.
How do you pick what songs to play?
That's first of all, not all tunes do well as a solo piano. So when I have to pick a tune, I have to pick one that can be played as a solo piano. Not all tunes can. And because I don't sing, so I have no lyric when I play, which is half the tune, I have to play tunes that stand alone musically and don't need the lyric for its musicality. So those are the two spots and then, of course, I want to play songs that I like and that move me, that are sentimental, that touch my heart. And so that's how I choose. Although the truth is, as a professional pianist, working in clubs and hotels and restaurants, I had to play a lot of stuff I didn't like because people requested it. So that's part of the job, So you do. One of my mentors said, in a set, say you play 7 tunes in a set, you play 6 for your audience and you play 1 for yourself. Hopefully, my gigs, as I got better and better, and I got better gigs, I played more and more tunes for myself and less tunes for the audience.
Do you have like a favorite musical memory that sticks out for you?
Yes. In fact, I was just thinking about it the other day and writing about it. It was my first symphony orchestra concert that I ever went to. When I turned 13, my mother gave me season's tickets to the Buffalo Philharmonic. And so I had to take 3 buses to get to the Kleinhans Music Hall where they had the programs. And this is a 13-year-old kid by himself. And I went there, and right away, everything was like, oh, my God. Oh, I just couldn't believe this was things I never seen before. Just a room so huge. It was so quiet. Even though I was sitting way up in the nosebleed section, You could see everything. And so I sat down, I got a program, and all of a sudden the musicians started coming out on stage one by one, and they'd sit down in their chairs and start going over things that I guess they're going to play that day. They start practicing, they take their instruments out, and one by one, all the musicians come out, and it adds more and more to that sound. And you get all of these players all playing different things, all getting ready to play their concert. And it's just wonderful. It's an amazing soup of tones and timbres. And then all of a sudden, everyone would be quiet. And the conductor would come from off stage, and the orchestra would stand up, and the audience would applaud. And then it would start. Oh, the thrill of the life. On my first concert, I heard Van Cliburn play the Tchaikovsky First Piano Concerto. There was an overture at the beginning. I can't remember what it is. And then the second half of the program was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony with the choral part of it. And it was just so... I was just so impressed with it. It feels like it happened yesterday. And I still get thrills about it, the memory of that first concert. Gosh. Red Garland is a favorite piano player of mine. A lot of people aren't familiar with him. He was an old-timer, but he was a fantastic player. And, of course, Bill Evans, who changed the way piano is being played these days. And right now, Bill Sherlop is the fellow that I'd like to go see in person. You know, I love his stuff. He's very creative, and he brings always new ideas to the old tunes. And I like it because most of his stuff is he plays standards. And that's what I did in my career. I spent most of my time playing standards, and he does too. And his creativity is just astounding. The ideas he comes up with to take an old tune and put it all together differently and with a new vision of it. And that's if I could play more like Bill, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
What's a tip you would give young musicians starting out that you wish you knew when you were starting out?
Well, first of all, I'd say, well, you know, it's a job. And not all the gigs are great, and it's gigging. It's you're getting out your book and booking things and getting prices and talking to people, and there's that business part of it. You're always looking for work. That's part of being a musician. I was a freelance musician, so I was constantly looking for work. But the reason I survived and made a career out of it, I think, is because of my versatility. And I think that's the most important. If you're thinking of making a career, you have to be capable of playing all kinds of situations. For a piano player, I did musicals, I did opera, I did a few weddings, but not too many. I accompanied choirs, I accompanied soloists. I played everywhere from the Staten Island Ferry to Carnegie Hall, and could play just about anything. And a good reader. That was one of the reasons I survived too, because I was a good reader and I could go in and play. I could fill in. I substituted a lot in situations where you didn't get the music ahead of time. You didn't get rehearsals. You had to go in, read the stuff perfectly, and do it. So reading, versatility, and remember, it's a job, and there's a business aspect of it also. So I have this metaphor I talk about, and it's whenever a person comes to the earth plane, the person is given a piano. Now, every person gets a different kind of piano. Some may get a small spinet. Some may get a 9-foot Steinway concert grand. It doesn't matter. Whatever piano you get, that's your piano. Now, the piano is for you to sing your soul's song. The soul of your life is going to be played on this piano. So you have to keep the piano in good tune, in good repair, and in good condition. So you have to take care of it. You have to take care of this instrument, which is going to be the vehicle in which you express you express what your soul needs to sing. So a lot of people don't even bother learning to play their piano and never get to sing the song of their soul. And some don't take care of their instrument, and they try to sing the song of their soul, but it comes out terrible because the piano is broken, it's out of tune and that. So the metaphor is all spiritual, I suppose. You could get that already, and you have to pay attention, take care, love your instrument, the vehicle in which you give life to the song of your soul, to the needs of your soul. And that's my piano metaphor. It doesn't have to be a piano. You see, I also am an artist, and I work with wood, and creating art is the same thing. Creating a piece of art is also creating a vehicle for you to express your soul. And so any kind of activity that engages the soul and expresses the soul, that the soul needs to be heard, the soul needs a way of expressing itself. I have done that, and I have been lucky enough to be a musician, and it is my bliss. Joseph Campbell always said, "Follow your bliss," and I've done that in my life, and I'm glad I did. I've had a really good life, and I enjoy being a musician thoroughly, and I can't imagine living any other kind of life than this life of music and art and creativity.
Studio Sessions is a product of WUSF and is sponsored by Community Foundation Tampa Bay with support from the Gobia Foundation and from you. Thank you for your support. Today's audio was recorded by Jackson Harp, edited by Scott Wackler, production assistance by Chandler Balcom, Malika Hollis, Adam Derbyshire, and Oranza Romero. I'm Warren Buckles, host. Learn more about Studio Sessions and jazz at WUSF by visiting WUSFjazz.org. Copyright 2025 WUSF.